Take the journey into the unknown with SNX Radio as we delve into the enigmatic world of UFO sightings and extraterrestrial abductions. Join us for conversations with leading experts and individuals who have encountered these otherworldly beings, uncovering secrets about their experiences, contact stories, and the profound implications for humanity. Listen as we reveal the incredible narratives of those who have undergone alien abductions, shedding light on the psychological and spiritual impacts of these encounters. Explore the depths of consciousness and spirituality as we discuss how these experiences may connect us to something greater beyond our understanding.
You on the back row, phone screen glow, slow motion halo. You say hit that follow, next thing we're flying over cargo. Swipe up, then we lift off. Both feet leaving this floor. Highway like a kid drum. You said you're ready for more. Up in the main room, neon dust on my white shoes. You spin me like a typhoon. Lost track, but I'm locked on you. Baseline in my cage, oh yeah. Time warp when you say my name. You smile, then we time lapse. Two hearts in a hyperdrive lane. Call me UFO, beam me up, lights go whoa. Turn it up, dance on the stars, feel the cosmic drop. Call me UFO, we never gonna stop. Beam me up, all night. Cody, shining extra bright. Top 10 hit, we're trending worldwide. Call me UFO, take me for a ride. Spin me around the moon, low gravity. Every little move, new galaxy. Closer, you're my supernova. Countdown, 3, 2, I disappear with you. Disappear with you. Call the UFO, beam me up, lights go whoa. Turn it up, dance on the stars, feel the hype and drive. Call the UFO, we're never gonna stop. Beam me up.
Radio! Turn it up, let's go! ColeyUFO in the cockpit live. If you're ready for the truth, throw your hands up high! Coley on explosion, lights in the sky take over. Coley got the buzz, it's a takeover. Everybody in the club yelling, show us beyond disclosure. We want facts, we want closure. Hands up if you're tired of the cover. Just the sound of the secrets uncovered. Yo, radar lock, but they don't see nothing. Southtown kids saw the triangle hovering. Phone in his hand, got the whole thing filled. Next day gone like a bell in a kill. Black fans creeping, sir that's a star, but his zigzag snaps like a muscle car. There's a base badge flash, don't take pics till the hanger got craft that can break physics. Loose been tight with the same 10 lines, but the pilot can't sleep, sees the same 3 lights. Briefed in a room, this meeting ain't happening. Sign this paper, mine gets platted. Flip that script when Coley goes live. Pull the tape back, play a slow rewind. Every
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of SNX Radio. I'm Coley, and I'm going to be your host into the unknown tonight. I don't know. StreamYard's made some changes, and I'm just kind of trying to get used to them. So I apologize for the delay. Well, I actually apologize to our wonderful, fabulous guest because I can't pull up his bio. But um, yeah, first I'm going to start with chat, one thing at a time here. But yeah, our guest, you guys are going to love, absolutely love him. If you don't know him, if you know him, yeah, he's doing great. So Blazer, good to see you. Tyro Sounds, welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. Spiritual Ascension, hey girl. Midwest Night Watchers, so nice to see you. Poncho, we got who else? I didn't know I saw more. Oh, the Jay Michaels show. He's in back. Yeah, he's definitely excited to get going here. I said he's probably chomping at the bit to get back on. Mad Paxima, say how are you? And I know I saw a couple more. Oh, Jen, the PNL podcast, Boots on the Grounds. Jen, make sure you get over to her show and also over to Midnight Night Watchers. And of course, BMR show. He's got one coming up here at 8 p.m. Definitely go check him out. Yeah, lots of great people in here tonight. Love it. The chat is booming. So we got I don't know. Cosmic Voice. There you are, 33. So if I missed you, I promise I will make it up to you along the way. But so I did have a nice bio written for Jay Michael. For those of you who remember Jay Michael's show, he's been on the show before. Those of you who have caught him, he's also was over on when I did a show on Forever Entertainment with the MK Invasion, and he was supposed to come back on around Thanksgiving. And for those of you who don't know, he did have a stroke. It was his wife had contacted. It was very sad, and it was kind of touch and go, I know, for a little bit for him, but he is back. He's going through. He said this is going to be great rehab for his voice, and I think he sounds absolutely fabulous. But he's an accomplished filmmaker and experiencer and so much more. But I'm going to let Jay tell that part for himself. So welcome to the stage, Jay Michael from the Jay Michael Show.
I have got to get me one of those cool intros like you have.
I'll make you one.
You make me one?
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah.
Wow. That I have something similar, but it's very low key. It's like a ballad, it's not as energetic as yours.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I try to mix it up. Well, I have to wait to drop the show live. For those of you who wonder why I'm going with this extensive intro, it's to give our guests the biggest audience possible. And over on Twitter, I have about 50K, and if I drop it in my groups, it gets between like 200 and 400 extra live people for our guests. So for me, it's worth it. It's worth it for the guests. It's like, it's more fun to look at number, when they're going up.
Yeah.
And so that's why I do that lengthier intro. I try and get that all dropped live.
Yeah. I was sitting here bobbing.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Wow. Well, Coley got a theme song.
Cool. I write the lyrics to it. Now I don't sing at all, but I know enough like to get in there in the tempo and adjust the beat and like stuff like that. But yeah,
so is it AI? Is that what
AI? Yeah, AI. Wow. I use the complicated version like of AI where I put and program everything all in there, and then I can make all the adjustments. Like it takes me a bit to get a song.
Yeah, make me one. I want one.
I will. That would be my honor.
At least a promo for my show.
For sure. No, that would definitely be my honor. Yeah. For sure. So you sound absolutely, for those of you who don't know you and all the documentaries you've done and the experiences that you've had, why don't you give them a little, brief intro on who you are? I got locked out of the intro that I had for you because my phone decided to die right at that moment. So but I guess
I would recommend that you find me on Instagram, and it's JMichael_official. and then you can go to my link tree, and there you can see my international movie database and lots of things that I've done. Links to some documentaries you can watch. There's all kinds of things there. And as Coley said, I had a stroke on Thanksgiving, and my voice is just not quite there yet. So I apologize for sounding like I'm about to run a marathon or something. But anyway, my voice, hopefully it will come back. And as I was telling Coley before this interview, this is therapeutic for me because it gives me something to talk about. I can keep talking, and so I'm exercising the vocal cords. When I was in the hospital after my stroke, they ran a camera down my nose and into my throat to look at my vocal cords, and the speech therapist came in and put electrodes on my face to shock me. It was very interesting to get to see my vocal cords because I've made my living off of those vocal cords my entire life, my adult life, and I never ever saw them. So I actually got to see my vocal cords. That was amazing. So some good came out of it. Hey, Coley and Jay, glad to see you're doing better, brother. Thank you, Kurt. I'm gonna go through like you did. Mad Paximus, thank you very much. And Spiritual Ascension, good to see you. Yeah. Who else? Cosmic Voice. Poncho, someone. Welcome back, Jay. Thank you. Blazer, Cosmic Voice, Kurt. Yeah, it's so good to see all of you again. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, isn't it great? And see all the love I said in the community for you, Jay. I mean, you went through you're such and you have done so much. How many documentaries do you have?
Oh gosh, my international movie database shows about 70, but that's actually only part of it. I've done around 100 since 2008.
Yes, can you imagine 100, 100.
Mm.
That's a
We
lot
we
of
try to
documentaries.
we try to push one out every 6 weeks. Doesn't always work that way. It usually comes out about every 8 or 9 weeks. But I work right here at my desk mostly, and I was doing for most of them. I did the narration. Of course, that's out of the question right now. But maybe later I'll
You
get
sound
back.
great though. You'll get it
I'll
back.
get,
You sound
yeah, I'll
great.
get back. I will. It's just like I say, I need this therapy. I need this rehab. Oh, and part of this rehab playing the Native American flute. Well, I picked up a flute actually this afternoon, and I'm having a difficulty with the fingering of the holes on the flute, but that
Uh,
will come back.
yeah, it looks like I'm trying to look and see. He wrote or Cosmic Voice 33 had written back that something I can't remember that's how they connected with you, was something over the flute. I
Yeah,
did not know that you had played the flute.
yeah, I
And
played it. I used to perform, and I hadn't actually done that in a while. But
yeah.
one day I hope to get back to that. I started learning how to play the guitar, so now I got to learn all over again since my stroke. And all of that musical stuff is sort of delayed right now. Familiar with this guest? Have a great show, Coley and Jay. Enjoy it, chat peeps. Wanted to get my view in, like, I got to do some stuff. Okay, Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, see you later. Thank
BMR is great. Do you
Yeah,
know him?
no. I
Oh,
mean, I'm
yeah,
sure
you have
he
to meet
knows
him.
me. I'm sure he's heard of me. I've done some Bigfoot documentaries, and I've seen Bigfoot once, possibly twice. So It's been a weird thing, to not only have UFO experience, but also Bigfoot experiences. But I was always the type person that if I was interested in something, I went looking for it. I didn't just stay home in armchair, I went into the woods with groups looking for Bigfoot and had the opportunity to see one. And then UFOs, I'm always out sky watching or doing something involved with that. I've given talks on UFOs several times.
I know you have.
Mm.
You're right up with, and you know who happens to be on tomorrow? Daryl Sims.
Well, Daryl and I were at a conference in Jefferson, Texas together. He is an awesome guy. I love Daryl more than anything. I mean, he was the one that looked at my possible alien implants, and he didn't laugh or anything. He said it was possibly something there. Which, that reminds me, I was talking the last time I talked to you about having an alien implant on my chest. Well,
Yes.
after I had my stroke, they actually put an implant in me. I have one in me now. It's called a loop recorder, and it sends data through my phone to the hospital where they monitor my heart.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it's for AFib or something, and
Oh, a defibrillator.
yeah, it doesn't shock me or anything,
Oh,
but it
thank God.
monitors.
They could be wrong. Yeah.
It monitors if I need something.
Oh,
It
yeah.
will tell them, "Hey, this guy's about to have another stroke or something."
Yeah, it was crazy because I worked at the Y as the lifeguard too. I was on swim
Mhm.
team and taught kids swimming, and so I did lifeguarding. And then there was a lady who they thought the lifeguard thought she was doing a back float in the water. She actually was not doing a back float in the water. And then they were gonna go get the defibrillator, and they didn't even know to cut the wet clothes off. Thank gosh there
Oh,
was a doctor there because I was like I was, like, envisioning something out of a really bad cartoon with, I mean, like, smoke everywhere. I was like, "This is crazy." Like, you have to be very careful. So I'm glad that it just doesn't automatically do that on its own. And then 2
well,
thanks, Ben from Oz 1975. I really appreciate it, Benno. Thank you.
yeah, I was afraid. Well, what if they cut at the exact point where I think the aliens put one in, but it's actually up here, so it's not in the same spot. And I don't know if they notice I have anything there or not. I didn't know to ask them. I was kind of out of it when they put it in.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you were. Jeez. That's understandable. That is totally understandable. So, God, so what was it like? So you didn't realize that this is what was going on. I mean,
No,
that and then you
no,
said that, like, at what point did you or somebody get you help?
well, I stood up. I was standing up after sitting in a chair, and I slid down onto the ground. And I'm a big guy, I'm heavy, so my wife couldn't pick me up. And I was thinking, well, if I can just stand up, I'll be okay. But because she couldn't pick me up, and because my voice went out, and I really couldn't articulate what I was trying to say to her. And so finally I just said, well, call the fire department. And so they came, and as soon as the fire department guys walked in, they took one look at my face, which apparently was drooping on one side. And they said, "You've had a stroke." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't have a stroke. They go, "No, you've had a stroke." So they called paramedics, and the paramedics came in, and they confirmed, "Oh yeah, the sinus rhythm or whatever, everything was off." And they said, "No, we are evacuating you to Temple." So they carried me to the hospital, put me on a helicopter, and flew me straight to Temple, Texas, which is where I had to stay in hospital. And
Yeah.
I had like multiple doctors and nurses and all come in, and they all checked. And so it was then decided you're going to rehab because you gotta rehab from this. And I ended up at again in Temple at the rehab facility, which I had to stay for about a week. And so I was in the hospital for a week and at rehab for a week. And then they finally said, well, you can go home, but you have to keep doing rehab, while you're home, which I've been doing. Yeah,
Yes.
they
Yeah,
said
you have to stay on top of it. Yes, definitely.
they said that there is a chance I could have another one, but if I keep doing the exercise, which everything for me is an exercise, moving from one room to the other.
I call it exercise too.
Yeah,
Anytime
yeah,
I'm moving, it's exercise. I agree. I'll agree
yeah,
all day long with that.
yeah. So
And then that
anyway,
is, I remember that with my grandfather too. And the worst part is like it's a clot that happens. And so it's
yeah,
like, of course I can see like slowing down and not moving and then having some of that pain, that numbness. And then
uh,
of course, yeah, you definitely keep active, keep moving, keep doing
yeah,
something, keep that blood
yeah.
flowing. You
Well,
don't
and
want
when
anything to happen to you.
I have things like this, which I have to just continuously, pulling on it, doing exercises here on the left side. I have weights. I'll take my phone and put it in this hand and just sit here doing this, which it only weighs about a pound, but that's still, that's resistance on that
Mhm.
arm. So it's good for
And
it.
it's moving it,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's getting that circulation going, that's
yeah.
good. Yeah, I'm assuming is that it's probably nice to be home, but things different? Are you getting adjusted and everything?
Well, I'm in a wheelchair, and that's just navigating around in a wheelchair is hard enough. I
Right.
can walk with a walker, but I can only walk about like across the room.
Oh,
Today,
yeah.
I actually walked outside and just stood outside for a minute and walked back in.
Good
It
for
was-
you. I know for
Yes.
a lot of people who don't realize this, like when my grandpa, he had a stroke too, and he did where they took him on a flight, the honor flight. He was
Mhm.
First Division Marine Corps, and they wanted him. They said you need to be in a wheelchair. It's not that you can't walk. We
Right.
understand that. It's you don't have the energy. Everything until you build that endurance back up, everything is going to wear you out.
Everything wears me out.
Oh
And
yeah.
doing this, I'm getting wore out now.
Yeah, and like I said, if you at any time, like, just let me know and
Okay.
we will, it's because we don't wanna stress you out. We don't want, anything to happen to you. So, but I
But
figured, man, you gotta be chomping at the bit to get on. And you're so, you live your show too. I can tell, like, it's just like a part of you as much as,
you can't really tell, but we've started moving my set and my desk around so I can get a wheelchair in there.
Oh, good.
So I can start doing my show again.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I just don't think the voice is quite there yet. Maybe if all I'm doing is asking a question and let the guest talk, it'd be okay. But
Do you go live?
no, I do it recorded.
Then I don't think your voice sounds bad at all, but you
Okay.
could literally I don't think that would be much if you felt that way, that
Yeah.
you couldn't just run it through. I would even help you if that were preventing you from doing that. I would help you however, even if you want me to pop on, I don't know what streaming software, I'll even produce it from behind the scenes. I can do that. I'm
You
more
see,
than
I don't
capable.
use software. This is StreamYard. This is a little unusual for me because my show is done like like a TV studio. I have a little box called an RGB link, which switches the cameras. And so as I'm doing the show, my hand is sitting there on that box, changing camera angles, and then back to the person that I'm interviewing. And then once all that's done, it's recorded that way with all the camera changes. So then I just take that file, I put the beginning and the end on it, and upload it. It's ready to go.
Well, okay, so I know that you do a lot of fancy schmancy stuff. I've seen your setup with all your cameras,
Yeah,
but if you wanted just something to pacify, I could do it for my
yeah,
StreamYard, and then I could just put you in there,
yeah.
and then that way you wouldn't have to worry about. We could just you could just apologize in advance and tell them that you got some intern off the street to run the show in the back for you or
Yeah,
something.
I might have you as a producer then. That
Yeah,
way.
I can help you do that. I can
Yeah.
help you do that. Yeah,
Okay.
just to
Well,
get you so you don't have to worry about if that's stopping you from doing all that, don't. I could totally
right
help you with that.
now, my set's over there. I'd figure out how to do it from over there and feed it just to you.
All you need to do is, I could just show you just like we did today. I would just set up a show, and then it wouldn't go live. We'd just record it like I do for the other for Channel 12. I just do it the same way you're looking at it here, except for there's no, live stream going.
What do you do for Channel 12?
It's Beyond Truth Disclosure. It's just SNX exclusive series that just airs over there. They have a streaming service over there, so it's like if you subscribe to Channel 12 TV network, it's like on your Roku, like you can get it on trying to think of the other one streaming any and like whatever they use for Amazon. I can't even think of it right off the top of my head, but all those like types of streaming devices. And there's
Mm.
other shows on there too, but they just recently like added some of like the live shows, like like my show, or I'm sure if you wanted your show over there, I know who to contact. Let's put it that way.
Wow,
Um,
that might be cool. Or upload it and then let them take it and broadcast it.
that's what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
would
what they
be
do.
cool.
So
Ooh, that,
I just hand it over, but um yeah, that's basically it. But I
so
don't want my audience to miss out, so I always do the interview with my audience, and then I take over for just like more of a pointed like topic or whatever, and go, and then that's what I run for over there for an hour. But so just so I'm very loyal to all the people that have been with me, and I don't want to like keep anything from them. I would never do that, but
so who is producing you right now?
I mean,
You
I'm a
are.
one-man operation here. Yeah, like
That's me.
one-man
I'm
band.
one man operation,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I do it with a device rather than software. Uh,
right.
yeah,
So
but
this would just be like with the software that you have now and the other person, and I can still adjust like where their camera, like where okay, so if you wanted to go full screen or something, there I could put you full screen, or you wanted, you would just type in that private chat. I'd still be able to see that. No one would even know that I was there, and then I
yeah.
would just help
Uh,
those
and
things in
then
the
I
background.
might could do it just sitting here and do a show.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have my set per se, or I could turn it on back there.
you
But
don't even need it.
yeah, I know. It'd just be different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this SNX radio in the background could be my logo.
Yeah, I would put all your stuff behind in the logo. So
Yeah.
that would be you can change that, like, that's no problem to change that at all really quickly. So I would just put, like, your logo back there, and then it'd be like a whole different studio.
Yeah. Well, let me find a guest that wants to do a little test with me or whatever, and
See,
we'll
it'd be like
record it.
just changing that, but it would be your background in the
Yeah.
background.
And I'll find a guest that I can interview quickly, maybe somebody I've had on before. And then you would send me a link that I send to them. That
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't
let
even
me
know they wouldn't even know I was back there.
all right. Let's look into that. That's a good idea.
I think it would be too for you.
That
I
would
think it
be
would be very
cool.
healing. And I know
Yeah,
people would just they would love to hear from you and get that all in itself. You really You really have been doing this for a long time. You paved the way. How long have you been doing your show for, Jay?
2 years.
No, like total. How long have you were a DJ before then?
Yeah, I
Have you
was
ever not, I guess, done a show?
I was a DJ from 79 to 98, and then I did a little short stint. I worked at Kinko's for a while, and then I started doing the documentaries. I had a show I used to do called Conundrums, where I interviewed UFO people and authors and speakers. And then I quit doing that for a while, and then I started doing this one 2 years ago. So I've had something going on for a while.
Yeah.
You can go on YouTube and look up Conundrums TV, and you can find my old show.
You've been doing stuff for a long I think you could do it in your sleep.
I was doing this before this was a thing. The
Yeah.
whole, you see two up on the screen. I was doing that manually with an editor before they even settled on how live stuff is done.
Isn't that crazy? When I first started doing a podcast, it was on a phone. It was over the phone. We could just sit there in our PJs, and there was really no solid mics or anything. We were just through our phone.
Well, it was just audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you can do a podcast that's just audio. But I always wanted it to be like a TV show.
Yeah.
Which is what I prefer.
I always complained about it at first. I'm like, oh, well, man, no, the days of doing podcasts in your pajamas are over.
Yeah.
Not that I'm look much better right now, but I mean,
I would like to see you in your pajamas.
Oh, I think I'm pretty well. I'm pretty well there. I don't have much more to change into before I got there. I thought, man, we're gonna just relax and chill today. I spilled something on my shirt before we started. Is really what happened.
Oh, I did too.
I
did too.
You're in good company.
I'm trying to keep it down here below where you.
Well, mine was on the front, like right here, and I was like, "Oh God, you should hear me like bleep bleep bleep." I'm just like, okay, so but yeah, when you get in front of camera at first, it's like you're not used to it. You feel like you have to get ready, like you're going to prom or something right in the beginning. I didn't know how to handle it. I was like, oh my God, this is taking forever. Like, this isn't, I'm just got out here for 2 hours. What the hell am I doing? But, it's different when the cameras go on. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And you'll straighten up real quick as soon as you're on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness, yeah. I started, onto, Spaced Out Radio, and when I first started, like, really, I shifted over, and the Derek, if Woo's in chat, he'll understand this. I was working, like, a zip line, I was climbing up these hills, I mean, I was just, like, busting my butt, like 7 miles, 8 miles a day, hiking like up extreme hills and heats and teaching like zip line and rescues and all this stuff. And I get on there, and the course, like my first day, I nodded off. I literally fell asleep while I was on Spaced Out Radio the first couple times. So Dave Scott finally, he's like, you need to get glasses and you need to have them on at all times. I said, I'm just not used to staying up this late, and I really wasn't then, and I'm out all day in the heat. So yeah, you always have those embarrassing moments. I've done that a couple times. What do you think has been one of your worst moments on air?
Well, I was interviewing someone overseas, and our times were totally different. So I was like 1 o'clock in the morning doing a show with somebody in Australia. I think it was like 2 in the afternoon there. So I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, did you fall asleep too?
I almost did. I was nodding. Yeah. It's like, say something interesting enough to keep me awake.
Oh god, it's so bad. When stuff like that happens, it's so you just hope that nobody noticed. And of course, and Wu was so nice. He's in chat tonight, and this is going back a few years ago. And he sent me this real nice like thing, like I hope everything is going okay with you. he didn't know he didn't know the reason. I was like nodding off like that until I explained it, but it was very kind. It was very kind. He didn't jump to any conclusions and he reached out. So I was like, that was so funny. So I always say that was probably one of, and the guest was Jim Goodall. And of course, Jim to this day remembers and he'll crack jokes about it. And I'm like, oh God, he got me on that one. I said it wasn't that you weren't interesting, Jim. I just could not stay awake. It had nothing to do with you. Yeah, like,
I
you
put
feel a
the
little
link. I put the link to conundrums in the chat thing there.
Oh, I saw that come up, like, right here. So
There,
awesome. Those are your old so Get Over Yes, it to the J. Michael show, and then, is this under that, or is this a separate do you still go under this YouTube channel
it's
too?
an
To
old
subscribe to?
channel I had years ago, and I put
Oh,
them all there. So it's under Conundrums TV. It's just several of the old shows that I recorded. I used to just
oh.
broadcast them back then. Some of them I didn't keep.
Should we look at a couple?
Yeah, you can. That's
Alright, let's see if we can
entirely up to you.
well, heck yeah, you can't drop a link like this on us and
Yeah.
then, let's see here. I'll have to go and do this a different way. So you keep the show going while I look
Okay.
and find this.
I'm going to see if I can answer some questions. If anybody has a question. There was something earlier I saw. I wanted to thank, let me scroll back. I don't know, maybe it was spiritual ascension. Something she was, don't tell me what to do. No.
Are you reading all the good gossip in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a question. Mad Pax had posted something, but I think I missed it. There. It's gone by now. Are you sending? I got the power. If anybody has a question, ask. I'll answer it. Oh, Happy New Year, Polly Rotterman. Happy New Year. Yeah. And
Did the chat get quiet after that?
I think so. I think as soon as I asked them to ask a question, they all shut up.
No, I thought because you were reading what was the chatter in the chat,
Yeah.
chatter. I'm finding it right now. It's funny.
We come through in a pinch. The chat will be talking food in 5 minutes. Oh yeah, we can talk food. That's another thing is my diet now has changed. No sugar, nothing. I can't have anything good.
They took all the good stuff away from you.
I know. Mm-hmm. Gotta keep my cholesterol and sugar down. Oh well.
My grandpa used to have me sneak him up graham crackers. I feel guilty now. I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were monitoring everything. Like his
Yeah,
blood, sugar is a little, and I'm like,
they monitor your intake. I counter your Thundercats with my Samurai Pizza Cat.
That's what I found. This doesn't even look like you, Jay. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I got the YouTube pulled up, and I got some.
Okay. Let's start one. There you go.
Okay,
I went to Mexico and interviewed Jaime Maussan.
Which one's that?
That's the second one. You just right there.
Right here?
I got to handle the alien. I got to hold it in my hand.
Well, let's check this one on.
Okay.
Let's see here. I have to turn the
Yeah,
volume
there's a
up.
volume.
Most respected UFO researchers, Jaime Maussan is next on Conundrums.
I did all the graphics.
Wow, that's awesome. Who's there's TR3B?
In 1991, Mexico City was inundated with UFO sightings. Jaime Maussan was one of the few broadcasters who took the subject seriously and reported on all of the sightings throughout Mexico. Jaime Maussan is our guest this week on Conundrums.
This was July 1991. We had a total solar eclipse, and the people went out to record the eclipse. But instead of that, they recorded UFOs. There were so many videos that I thought that was important to present them in the television. And from then on, I kept receiving videos almost every day. And at the beginning were hundreds. I don't want to exaggerate, but I received so many videos, so many stories. Then somehow, at that moment, I was a journalist for 60 Minutes in Mexico. I was the anchor of that show. But people wanted me to investigate this. And then I received many invitations from universities, from institutions that wanted me to talk about and to present the results of the investigation. And soon I was identified with this phenomenon and I was trapped by then somehow my investigations, my journalistic investigations diminished, but the UFO investigations increased.
So have you now made a business out of this, out of doing
No,
only
I don't
programs?
consider it a business. Yes,
Mhm.
it is a business because there is no other way to survive.
Right.
Any investigator that doesn't have the means and the ways to survive, to receive the money
Mhm.
presenting this work, won't be able to do it for a long time.
Right.
Then you have to find the ways to make money. And there are not so many who have done this in this area. That's very unfortunate because
Right.
I've seen many good investigators disappear or they need to do something else because they cannot live from this. And many are completely broken because they decided to get
Oops, I bumped it.
related to this phenomenon.
It's
Then
okay.
through my conferences, now through my television show, yes, I've been able not to make huge quantities of money as some people presume, but
He has
enough
his own
money to
studio down
Right.
there now.
Of these
Wow.
videos that you
So
received,
going into this,
is there
you
any
get to
one
hold
particular
it?
one that you find
Yeah,
the most
there's
amazing?
it's coming up in
There
a
are
moment
many.
There are many.
At this
where
time, I cannot
he
say
showed me
this one is the most
the
important.
alien.
Right.
There are many important videos like those recorded by Antonio Ursi in Milan in
I
Italy.
want
They
to
are
say
so
it's about
clear,
10
so
minutes
close.
into it.
The ones recorded by Jalsin Jalman in Kumburgaz in Turkey. That's also amazing because you can see the creatures outside the craft.
Oh, wow.
There are many important videos and there are many important cases too.
So you're receiving videos not only from Mexico but all over the world
All
now.
over the world, yes.
And is
From
your
China, from Italy, yes.
Is your program seen worldwide, or is it seen just within Mexico?
Well, it's seen in Mexico, but through internet, we present and we have a section with subtitles in English, and then people can follow me in the United States too.
All righty.
I have also a television show in the U.S. and a very small network, LATV, which is national in the U.S. and we've been very, very successful there because we have kept the number one in the ratings for 1 year, and that's also very important for us.
And recently, though, you've done a lot of research into the creature of Metepec.
Okay, now it's
Can you
about
tell me about that?
where it
Well,
shows.
yeah, back in
Wow.
June, the end of June 2007, I received in my offices, not these ones because these are newer. I received some people who wanted me to they wanted me to present this creature who was dead. I thought it was a monkey. I didn't put too much attention, but I asked
I
one of
thought
my
it was a
reporters to
monkey
start the
too.
investigation.
Wow.
As we were doing this, the owner of this ranch, the man who brought the creature to me, was murdered. Then I decided to stop the investigation because I didn't know what was happening, and I presented this until probably January or February 2008. But somehow attract the attention of the Japanese, and a Japanese crew came to Mexico in
Oh,
December
wow.
2008.
Yeah.
And that's when I really started the investigation, because I learned that the creature, that there were some pictures of the creature alive. And when I saw that, it's when I really understood that this was not a monkey, this was something else, this was something unknown, and I decided to start a full investigation, and that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half.
We can
Yeah,
talk
because I've seen
about
the
that
photos
now.
too, and the hands look
What's that?
very human. The
We
feet
can
look very
talk
human.
about
Absolutely.
this
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want to.
Did you want me to
But the
stop it?
scientists
I
don't
know
Yeah,
want
you
go
to
want.
ahead.
accept this,
Go ahead and stop it at this
and they
point.
don't want.
Wow. That
Yeah, it
was, wow.
was fascinating to get to hold it and touch it and all that. If I hadn't gone to Mexico, I wouldn't have been able to. But now
Yeah.
Jaime's made
Wow.
some claims that honestly I don't know, you know. That was weird. It could have been a monkey, but there were certain things about it, the fingers on it, the eye sockets and all that. To me, I wasn't sure it was a monkey. The shape of the head was off.
Mhm.
I mean, it was more conical. It was weird. Even he and I agreed that we didn't think it was an alien per se. It was like a pet or something that got loose. But it was odd, and it didn't seem to be, you know, something from Earth.
Yeah. I bet
Weird.
not.
Yeah, but fascinating getting to be there with it and talk with him about it because he
Yeah.
did all the research on it. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
What year was that, Jay? Do you remember?
Like 2011, back when I did Conundrums, none of this technology existed. So
No.
everything you see in that show, I had to create it manually. I
I
had to
know.
put it together in an
Oh my gosh. I remember to putting flyers, and it was just simple
yeah,
stuff. Now you could do it in seconds, and it would
yeah.
take me forever.
What would take like an entire evening to put a show together, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and to broadcast it and
Oh
upload.
yeah. Oh my god, to get it to upload, that was the worst. Sometimes it would take all night to just
No,
upload a thing, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh, this is so annoying." Yeah.
it would. I mean, it would take forever just to get it up there so that it could appear on YouTube or whatever.
Heck yeah, I know.
Mm.
I know, I was like, it was like a real sense of accomplishment once you
Mhm.
got that, uploaded, and I was like, "Oh man, this is so brutal
And
sometimes."
I was very specific. I wanted it to look like a TV show. You know, I didn't want it to
You're
look like
good. You have
you
great
know,
cameras too. You have some great equipment. You
well,
definitely
yeah,
do.
I do. But a lot of it is stuff I've collected over the years. But back then, doing video on the internet was unheard of. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everybody that had a show, it was audio.
Yep.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
audio. And so when I did Conundrums, I was one of 3 shows that did video on the internet. Literally,
Oh,
we
back
were
then, that's
we were
interesting.
the pioneers of it in 2010, 2009, and up to 2011. So, and then when I
Wow.
did that episode, my wife is from Mexico, and we were going to Mexico to see her mom. And I arranged before we left here that I would get to go see Jaime Maussan and his studio.
Oh,
We drove into Mexico City and almost got arrested because they have a policy in Mexico City that only certain cars can go into Mexico City on certain days. And the reason why they do that is to limit pollution from vehicles so that the city isn't full of vehicles all the time, producing more pollution. So when we hit the boundary of Mexico City, we were an hour early before our car could go in, and the police let us wait until the hour had passed. So we ended up just walking around in a store for a while.
oh wow.
Yeah, and then we went on in, but we got to go to his studio in Mexico City, meet with him and all his people. I have pictures. I walked around in his studio. I was fascinated by his TV studio, because I thought, wow, what I'm doing is so internet basic, compared to him having a full TV studio. I was
Well, at the time, though, I mean, your studio looked. When I saw your studio for the show that we did, I was like, I mean, don't be looking at my lights, Jay.
I've had a lot of influences
No,
on.
yeah.
When I started this new show, all the producers and executives that I know kept telling me, make sure you put your name in the name of the show. Make sure you put your name in there. So I just said, I'll call it the J. Michael Show. Might as well, and that way my name's in it. But it's not an ego thing. I didn't really care,
No,
I
it
just-
is. That is, that was the kind of the style of the shows. Like I had, was on like the Coley and Marquise show. It was just our Nate, it was kind of
just
like
names,
it's a
yeah.
style. Yeah, I
You-
don't think of it like that.
I have the sign back there that a lot of people compliment that because it's a neon sign. It has my name.
I did too.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
was
people.
like, I want one of those signs, and then you said it was the same amount no matter what size you got, and I was like,
Yeah,
man,
it was about
yeah.
$300. I think is what I paid for that. But it was worth it because I
Yeah.
wanted the show to look cool, as well as be cool. I don't know how cool it is, but
It
at
is cool.
at least it looks cool.
I love neon signs. Oh yeah, I love it. It reminds me of the old Vegas feel, I like
Yeah.
that feeling. I love that kind of old school.
My current show, I've got to meet a lot of famous people as a result of it. And then people ask me often, how do you get these famous people to be on your show? And I'll tell them, you gotta ask. You don't
Yes, you
ask,
do. Yeah.
just ask them. And most of them will say yes. Luckily for me, though, the first 10 celebrities I interviewed, I already knew them. And we were already friends on Facebook, or I knew them in person. So I was able to build up this, background of having actors and celebrities on the show. And so now when I ask a celebrity, I send them a link to the show. They take one look at it and they go, oh, yeah, I'll be on your show. In fact, Andrea Thompson, who was the blonde psych chick in Babylon 5, she told me, she said, I don't do interviews. I don't do interviews with anybody. She said, but I will do yours because we knew
Aw.
each other. And she is so wonderful, so sweet. In fact, I talked to her today, but she's so sweet. And she lives in Mexico now. So, I mean, we did the show and got that one on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I interviewed Londo from Babylon 5.
That's very cool.
He was
Very
my second guest, and he was wonderful. He was great, but I already knew him. So I know some of the Star Trek people. I used to do convention.
Oh, what's her name? Katie. She used to shop at my grandma's. She had a high class fashion boutique. Oh, what is her name? I'm trying. She was on Star Trek though. I was trying to think of what her name was.
You're not talking about
Mulgrew. Is it
McGrew. Oh, okay.
Kate Mulgrew?
Yeah, she was Voyager.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that her? I think so. I'm trying to get adjusted in my
That's
wheelchair.
okay. That's okay. You do whatever you need to do. It is too. A lot of it, people like talk about. I'm like, a lot of it's just asking. It
Yeah.
is. It's picking up, and asking. Like,
Janeway.
I know I wanted one interview so bad, and I couldn't reach. It was like an unreachable. So I happened to find their dog flyer for a missing dog. I called it. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
you had it out there on a flyer. And he said, I'm more impressed by the fact that you went that far out of your way. I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, if you just ask, a lot of them will say, yeah.
Oh,
But
definitely.
like you said, it's getting in touch with them, finding a way to talk to them. I usually go to their website and see if they have a contact me or a producer or someone, so you can go through their producer. The only problem with that, and I've had this happen twice, is if you go through a producer, they're like, well, how much do you pay for an interview? And I'm like, I don't pay anything for an interview.
I know.
Sorry, I don't pay nothing, but don't.
Yeah, I think Mike Byer tried that, and he's like, "Well, it's." I said, "I'm not going through your agent. I'm going through you for an interview." So
Yeah,
how
whatever you
funny is
can do,
that?
try to get straight to them. And often that's where, to me, Instagram pays off, because Instagram is them. They're running that themselves.
Yes. Oh,
And it
yes.
was on their phone. So
Yes.
often I'll ask through Instagram.
I just started to stream stuff to Instagram. I don't have a huge following over there, but I didn't hop on the Instagram and train, but I am now. Like tonight, we're streaming to Kick, Rumble, 2 Instagram accounts, 2 Facebook accounts, X, and YouTube.
Yeah.
So we got them covered.
To Instagram. I use Opus Clips to clip my show into several different clips.
StreamYard does it for you, Jay.
Yeah, I'll put that up there. I may have to
And
get
StreamYard will actually post them for you. If you use the streaming service, it will actually, there's an option to clip it, and then you should be careful with the clips. Sometimes they're not as good as the other ones, but then they'll go ahead and they will post them for you, like on YouTube or on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah. So if you have me help in producing a couple shows for you, whatever, I could just clip them, no problem. And yep.
Yeah. Kitty Cattywag, hi.
Isn't she great? Yeah. Oh, I really like her. Yeah, she's great.
I stopped filming the ship visiting me over 10 years ago and stopped posting on my channel. Huh. So you have ships visiting. It's weird because since my initial encounter in 73, every 2 years I see a UFO, a good sighting.
You're due.
Yeah, I'm due. I was due when I had my stroke, and
I remember that.
Missed it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it happened. I didn't see it. We'll see though.
Maybe they saved you. Maybe they were part of the.
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And who we were going to track down was your old roommate.
Oh, yeah. You said you were going to. I have no idea how to find them.
Well, I still think what was his name again?
Oh gosh, now you got me thinking back 40 years ago. Brian,
Oh,
Brian,
Brian. We gotta
Brian.
find Brian. Was it Brian with a B
It was
or an R?
Brian, yeah, with a B.
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian, it was probably one of the worst magic goers I've heard of in a long time. So I just want to know what just and it was so funny after you were telling this. I shouldn't say it's funny. After you were telling the story about Brian, something else had come up, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!" Jay Michael was just talking how he had this crazy roommate at one point, and that was now I remember.
Well,
That is
Brian
funny.
wasn't crazy. He
Well, no,
was
I mean,
willing to take a chance on things.
he
He,
had not like I mean, you had things like booming in your I mean,
yeah, something come walking down the steps of the
yeah, I
house we
was
were renting.
yes. That's what I mean by the crazy. I would say I know my
He
own
grew another
crazy.
tooth. He
Yeah, he
grew a
grew another
teeth.
tooth. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that just doesn't happen to
He
anybody.
he was just into all kinds of like potions and
Yeah,
things like
it
that.
wasn't crazy at all. It wasn't crazy at
Yeah,
all.
he was just different. I like Brian. I thought
Yeah,
the
I
way
alive, but I'm so curious about the
yeah,
guy. I think I'd like him too. He sounds very amusing. But when I say the crazy, like that's the crazy I
yeah.
mean. Like,
I
no,
wonder
not
what
just
he's
anybody
doing
can grow an
now.
extra tooth like that. I mean,
I wonder
that's
what he's doing now.
yeah, me too. Me
And
too.
like
This
last counts I had of him, he had moved to Biloxi, to the coast. I never heard anything from him after that. So I don't
we
know.
should check in with him. Do you
I
know
don't
what?
even remember his last name.
Well, you'll have to go and you'll have to do some little digging around because I'm sure you could find like
Yeah.
maybe, a lease or something with a police report. I'm sure Brian has his name on something. But we must know. And if you're watching this, Brian, please contact. We have to know what you're
I'll
doing these days.
have to find that. There might be something where we both won an award in radio or that would have his name on it. That
Yeah,
would
or a
be,
lease or something that accidentally got stuck
yeah,
in there.
yeah, something from that house. But that house was, I swear to God, that house was haunted. It was.
Yeah, yeah, I believe
Whether
you.
or not it was haunted before we got there or
You said, like,
Brian
they were
invited in
throwing
all the,
balls, like, there was stuff was going around banging on all the
there was,
walls
yeah, the
around.
banging all the way around the house, and we were on the second floor. It banged on the wall. Both of us
What
the
would you
next day,
call a crazy roommate? If that was not a crazy roommate,
yeah, it
what
was
would one
crazy.
be?
I don't but but that was both of us the next day. We were like, we're on the second floor. Nothing could rotate around the house, banging on the wall. Not even
Not
an
unless
animal
Brian
crawling.
conjured it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were like, what did that? Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
and not a crazy roommate at all. Yeah, I
yeah,
wouldn't
great.
even classify him in the totally
Yeah,
normal, totally
yeah,
normal.
crazy girlfriend. I
Oh, wait,
remember that one night they came into the radio station and she had been possessed by something. It scared the crap out of them. They had to go find a priest.
oh,
Yeah, I
oh
told
my
you about
god.
that, didn't I? Didn't I tell you
Now
about
it's
that?
yeah, now it's
Yeah,
starting to oh boy.
all coming back. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
was like,
wasn't she out of it or somebody was out like
yeah.
they weren't oh my
Mm.
god.
I'm like, dude, you invited whatever this was that got into her. You invited it. It's your fault.
Yeah. Can you kindly just take it with you when you
Take
leave?
responsibility. It's yours. It's your
You must
ghost.
have nerves of steel. You really must have.
He had a buddy that worked at a radio station in Jackson. And both of us, and even though his buddy and him would do some of these, wicked things together, he was like that, nerves of steel. Something weird would happen, and we would both just kind of like look at each other like,
Doesn't get shook up over much.
no, I mean, both of us would just, well, there you go. That's Brian. He does this all the time.
Brian's up to his old tricks again.
I
Yeah.
know it.
Oh my
I
goodness.
knew that all of this was centered around him. It was all coming out
Yeah.
of him. He had a magnetism for ghosts and the paranormal. And he had stories too. Brian could tell you stories, things that happened to him. Even
Oh, I bet.
I was like, oh wow,
Well, you don't usually take a liking to that type of thing unless you have some connection to it, I would
Oh really?
say.
Yeah, yeah. He was very much into anything paranormal like that.
So,
But
where do
he
you
was
think it stemmed from? If you were to, like, analyze Brian and what Brian and his extracurricular potion activity, what do you think caused it?
it was his desire to be I think on some level he wanted to be like a wizard. He wanted to be powerful. And so he would play with all these potions and things and yet have no control over it. But he
I know.
wanted he had no control over it. He would admit he had no idea what he was doing, but he would mix eye of newt with something, and he would go down to Mobile, Alabama and get these potions. And then he would just play with them like a kid in his room with a chemistry set. You know? And I'm like, Brian, has it ever occurred to you that the blood of this and that, if you
Oh
mix it
god.
together, you might be creating something bad? And he would laugh. He'd go, "Oh, I don't care. I'll handle it." Like,
I'll
yeah. And
handle
then you
it,
come
yeah.
downstairs one day and you grow another tooth.
Yeah.
You're not handling it, dude. You're not handling
You've got an extra tooth, dude. You don't
it.
have a handle on the situation, to say the least.
But I was in my early 20s and
Oh my god,
living
that's funny.
alone now, and I loved it. I mean, I loved every minute of it because you never knew what was gonna happen next.
Yeah,
So,
I
to
mean,
me,
first the tooth,
my
like,
attitude was like, if
where
he
do you go
invites
from
the
there?
devil in here, I get rid of the devil.
That's it. Jay's, that's your breaking point right
Yeah.
there. The deal breaker is if Brian goes and he somehow
But
conjures the devil in here, he's done.
yeah, well, there was once him and his buddy from Jackson that said that they thought they had conjured the devil.
Oh gosh.
But
Oh.
the interesting thing about that is at that time and even to this day, I know I'm protected. I am never worried about being possessed or something evil happening. I have always known that it's like I walk around with a shield over me. I never have to worry about anything like that. I never worried about it. And I
Where does
think
it
part
stem
of it,
from?
it's just my own inner belief. I believe that we
Do you
are
have
all,
are you part Native American or Irish?
I'm not Native American, though I've studied Native Americans, but I have just always known that I don't know how to explain it.
Well, no, I've heard people say this before. Like sometimes it can be like from like a family lineage where they feel like that, or sometimes I mean I've even had somebody with the Grand Masons who got away who felt they were protected. I'm just wondering if it's
I
just
have,
like an
I,
inherent feeling that you have.
I believe that there are masters watching over me, angels, if you want to call them that, guardians. And I have always, since I was a kid, had guardians and never had to worry about anything like that happening to me. I've just always known nothing evil can really permeate that. I would be literally, if something evil came into this house right now, I would be whisked away, or it would be taken away.
You don't, yeah. Well, when I go into places like there's only been a couple times where some's actually like freaked me out, where I've had a haunted
Yeah.
voltmeter or something like that. But I've been in some of the most haunted places and like slept in the most haunted places in America, and it didn't. But I saw people how they had weaker like vulnerabilities where they were able to get in and kind of grasp on. But
Right.
I've had few very minor, I guess, hiccups in the
People
spiritual
have
realm.
asked me, would you sleep in a haunted house? I'm like, sure. I don't have
Oh,
a
yeah.
problem with it, because I know nothing is going to happen to me. There was this haunted house.
You have to
here.
think that way. You have to go in there and you have to be stronger than whatever's in there, and you can't let it scare you at all.
Right. I was interviewing on my show a lady that runs a haunted house here in Texas. And she was talking about how you can go into this one room and this thing will scratch you. And people have
Mhm.
been scratched going in there. And I'm like, I'd like to go in there to see if something would happen, but I know nothing will happen. If I go in there, I won't get scratched. You can't. In fact, I'll scare off whatever's there, because the moment I walk in to a haunted house or a haunted place, that's it. It goes negative. It's like I turn everything off. And I've just always known, that I'm protected. So I've
Well,
never
that's
worried
cool.
about it.
Yeah.
Even with the alien thing from 73, which maybe it's them, but I, I knew, they couldn't do anything to me, even though I think maybe they tried. Yeah. But
Not everybody has a positive experience with it, and I was just talking to Steve Mira about that, and like, everybody's there's always a trade-off where I felt like the trade-off that I had, not that I particularly liked portions of it, but I felt like the trade-off I medically had was worth it for me. But
right,
I haven't had these experience, but it is, and you just wonder, the part of it that bothers me the most is, like, how much of it is our government? Like, how much of this is this, like, those scoundrels, like, playing with our more human experiments, It's like, I don't know.
could be. But I believe that there is evil. There are
Yeah, yeah.
evil things out there.
There's
It's just,
something that doesn't like humanity. Yeah,
I
there's
know,
no
it's
doubt
just
about
that if
that.
I go anywhere, if I were to go to like Skinwalker Ranch or someplace which is highly documented that evil things have happened there, I know the moment I step foot on the place, nothing's going to happen. It's
Well, we
not,
should test this out.
I know that would be a good idea.
Let's
It's not
test this
because
out.
It's not because there's not something evil there. It's just
No.
I believe the moment I'm there,
Yeah.
whatever
And
it
a
is.
huge part of this is belief. We could test this out.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
agree.
we're gonna find out what location you're in, and I'm gonna find some haunted because, until could be therapy too for
Sure.
you,
Somebody could
especially
take
get your heart rate going if it happens. But yeah, no, I think this would be a good venture to start.
that's
Actually,
the screwed up thing about it, is I always want to go to places like this.
me
And yet
too.
I don't get the, oh my God, there's some evil here. I don't get the fast heart rate, because it's like I know I'm nullifying whatever's going on. When I decided I wanted to see a Bigfoot, I went with the GCBRO to a place below Shreveport. We went camping, and I saw that one run across the cut through. But that was because I intentionally went and I wanted to see something. But did anybody else see it? No. Was there any effect on anything? No, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw another one in Mississippi because I was intentionally going to see something. But UFOs, I believe the reason why every 2 years I see something is because since I was 12 years old, I want to, I want to see UFOs. And it's because I say it's okay. Then I see them, it's all right. Or I think to myself, it's about time. Then, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see something. But I'm the one behind whether or not it happens. And that can kind of suck because you can't be surprised, It's hard to be surprised.
How big was the biggest UFO you came in contact with?
Oh gosh. Well, it's probably the initial one I saw in 73 because that was a huge orange light in the sky. I remember at the time thinking you could put my mom's car in it twice.
Oh,
She
wow.
drove she drove a Galaxy 500 Ford.
Oh, boy.
I
Yeah.
mean, big ass car,
Yeah.
Uh,
You
yeah.
rolling 2 of those in there, that's
Yeah.
pretty big.
I remember thinking,
Is that the one that Calvin Parker also saw? Is that
well, what they saw was a blue light. What I saw was orange, but I think it was the same crap.
they can I've seen them manipulate lights, so they've gone from color to color, like, they're
It,
very well at staying cloaked and,
it
you
was
know
it was the same night, and it was headed towards Pascagoula, and I was in Ellisville, Mississippi, which is about 90 miles from the coast. So when it came through, I watched it go by, heading towards the coast,
Oh,
and then
wow.
within an hour or so of me seeing it and it disappearing in the distance towards the coast, they were abducted. So I think it was the same craft. It just
Huh.
looked different. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would be with you on that one too. Either that or, I mean, for there to be 2, 1 cloaked, but usually I've seen them where they've changed. I mean, they've it's crazy some of the way, it's like some of them are in like almost like a continuous motion of change. They're all
Well,
so different.
if you watch my documentary, as other people
Which
saw it,
one? The
the
Witch of the
one,
100.
the one where I went to Pascagoula and interviewed
Oh, okay.
um Susan Snow. She saw multicolored lights. I saw orange lights, so it changed its colors as it went in, and then Calvin and Charlie saw a blue light descending. But
Wow.
I think it was multicolored until it landed. It changed to blue in order to land. Why I don't know, but I believe it.
I've seen 2 close to the ground that were one was blue and one was, red. They were
Yeah,
or almost like I called them electrical balls, but I know that's not electrical spheres, whatever you wanna call them, orbs, but it
uh,
was like an orb, but, like, it reminded me of those things when you touched as a kid and all your hair stood up, but there was,
yeah.
like that's exactly what some of them reminded me of.
I've seen a blue orb one night in Laurel, Mississippi. It was, I can't remember if it was before or after I worked at WAML radio. But WAML was an AM radio station in Laurel, and their transmitter was right next to the fairgrounds.
Oh, wow.
And I went driving, and we pulled up. I had a girl with me, and we were trying to find a place to hide the vehicle where we could
Hide
sit
the vehicle, is that what they called it those days?
sit and kiss for a little while. Yeah. So we pull
Uh-huh.
up to the transmitter at WAML, and this blue orb comes from behind the building, right between the building and the antenna. And it
Where
just,
was Brian at when this happened?
no, he wasn't there, but the girlfriend told him about it. We told him about it later. But this blue orb sat there for a second, and then it went up in the air. Scared the shit out of her. which was kind of cool, because when you're that age, you like your women to be young and brightened.
Young and afraid.
Young and frightened. Yeah.
Nobody ever told me this. Nobody, no date I
yeah,
ever had it owned this one, Jay.
yeah. So, but I was telling people about it later, and they were telling me about an effect that AM transmitters have. That AM transmitters will actually create a ball lightning effect.
Fear? Oh.
They do that.
Wow.
And so a lot of people were saying, well, what happened was you probably saw some, like swamp gas or whatever that got ignited by the electrical output of that antenna. And I was like, well, maybe, but you can take a fluorescent light bulb, hold it in your hand, and walk up to an AM transmitter, and it'll come on in your hand. That is, we used to go out there and take fluorescent light bulbs and pretend like we had lightsabers.
Oh,
we
man.
spin them around back there because they will light up in your hand and you're not touching anything. And it's just amazing because it's the RF coming off that antenna. But that's what a lot of people told me. They thought, well, probably what you saw was some sort of effect of the RF coming off that antenna and creating a plasma. Engineers had said, well, I've seen things similar to that happen around an AM transmitter. But I don't think so. I think it was some kind of weird crap.
Okay, so I've seen them. The weirdest time I've seen a bunch of these electrical balls. I don't know what else. I call them the night creepers. I call them the night danglers. But the night creeper, he's the main electrical ball that used to come. But they when I saw them, and I couldn't figure out, it was so crazy. There were so many of them, and they were like kind of in the trees, kind of in at the lower portion. There was a blue one and a red one, and I remember saying out loud, I said, "Wow, there are a bunch of you," and it echoed like 3 times, and I was like, "That's weird." Like, because you didn't have that, like that's just it was weird. Believe me, it was weird. I was in a parking lot. It was weird. But they were encapsulated though. They were like encapsulated. Like what I figured out is like, okay, so if they were full, like nobody could really see them because this part of it was it was that like specific, like of where they were. So they were kind of like moving, and the main one kept coming and creeping closer and closer. And so I remember I went back in. I was living in an apartment at the time, and I said there was a friend there, and I said, hey. I just don't ask me any questions. Like, let's not make a big UFO deal out of this. But can you please watch that parking lot? Make sure I don't go anywhere. I don't turn to dust. And don't ask me any questions right now. I just need to go back out there. And I just need it. And they said, yeah. And not once did they look out turning in retrospect. But I stood out there for as long as I could. And I watched that one like come and creep. And there were other ones. Like, they almost seemed like they were like, I would describe them as younger, like playful, kind of more playful. It was just like a whole feel. It was, I would say there was like, and when I say a lot of them, I mean, granted, it's hard to kind of imagine how many, but I'd say 60 to 100. I like,
wow.
Yeah, it was that, yeah. And they were all right. It was like, and then it was like for the days to come, they slowly dissipated. Like there'd be more of, not as many, like they peak one night and then like for the next week, it was like they were slowly like phased away. It was very weird. Very
you said weird. They interacted with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, they did. Yeah.
That's not a natural phenomenon. That's not ball lightning or whatever.
No. They definitely, and you could feel like the playfulness of the younger ones, but the one that always the night creeper. And I was like, I can't get on that thing. Like, I will turn to like, and this is crazy that I'm even thinking this way. But this is, in the whole hype of when the activity, I was like, I had like a major sighting like every couple weeks, like where it came low, and for sure, not just some you thought. Like I'm talking some of the major during the height of when I had the activity going on. But yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. One morning. I had to do the morning show at WKNZ, and I took the back roads to come up behind the radio station. This was an FM station. And I rounded a corner and I was speeding because I was late. I needed to be there at 6 a.m. And I knew I was going to get there right at 6 a.m. And I saw this blue light and I thought, damn, sheriff's out here. There's a cop out here. And so I slowed down coming up this old back road. There was a blue light sitting, hovering above the ground in front of a barn. And as I got closer, I realized, wait a minute, that's not the cops. That's some kind of weird light in front of the, sitting on the ground, hovering above the ground in front of this barn. And as I got closer, it shot straight up in the air. And it was fast. I mean, I leaned out of my truck to watch it climbing higher and higher in the sky. And I thought, wow, that was wild. I made it to the radio station, but I kept thinking, I wish I could go by there one day and ask them if anything weird has ever happened at that house. Yeah, I never did. But maybe I interrupted an abduction or something that was going on. Because it obviously, I was coming down the road moving pretty fast and it took off.
Yeah.
It didn't want me being there.
No, it got out. I had one come down on the road.
Yeah.
Shut off. It was crazy. People don't there's, I call it locked in. I'm sure if you had an experience or anybody in the chat, whatever you call it, when you're focused on it, it's anticipating you as much as you're anticipating it. It's like you can move and that thing is right. I feel like it's connected when it does that.
At 12 in 73, when it was passing over, I remember saying, don't take me, don't take me, don't take me.
Oh, wow.
Which at 12 years old, why would I think that this light in the sky could take me?
Well, that's interesting because when I was a kid, I was afraid of the skylights. I thought aliens and UFOs were going to come get me, and my parents said that was completely irrational. But I wonder now, now looking back, I wonder, was that,
When I was 12, I had no idea what a UFO was.
Me either.
Or anything alien was Star Trek on TV. I didn't think any of it was real, and yet I knew then. Okay, this is real. This is something passing over the house. But I remember thinking, don't take me, because for some reason, it made me feel like it might take me. And of course, it did take Charlie and Calvin. So, I don't know, maybe again, I shielded myself from getting abducted.
You might have, or you just might not realize that you did.
I was actually saying, don't take me, and therefore they couldn't,
you know what, with ET there is, and I've talked to James Gillian too about this. I asked when I would see these craft, I'm like, I want the tour. I want the joke around about the nickel tour, whatever I thought was funny then, but I didn't realize, and it was shortly after. But that's how they say you have to give it consent. You have to ask ET.
Yeah.
If you only knew then what you know now, I don't know if I don't know. I was already too far into all of that to make a judgment call. But is that your dog?
That's my dog. My wife is home.
Hi.
Say hi to my wife.
Hi. Yes, thank you for keeping us all up to date on how Jay was doing. I appreciate that.
She can't hear you. Only I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Saying thank you for keeping her up to date on what was going on with me.
Bye. Hi, bye.
She volunteers with the police department. She had a meeting tonight.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that you're back home. And too, and we'll definitely talk about and definitely do a show. But I just want to thank you for coming on tonight. I won't keep you much longer. Is there anything, can you tell everybody again where they can find you? and then B, what you want to leave the audience with tonight.
Go to Instagram and look up JAY Michael. I think it's one word. Let me look. Underscore. Yeah. JAY Michael underscore official. And then you can connect with me there. And there's a Linktree link. You can find anything and everything having to do with me from that Linktree. All right, let me see. I'll see if I can put the Linktree in a link here. Hold on.
I was trying to find it before you, but you probably could do it quicker than me.
Yeah. Literally. This
I'm
this
still scrolling for it. Yeah.
this will get you everything.
Oh, we got
That's-
an Insta up. Yeah. Blazer. See, Blazer is yeah, on it. That's right there. Oh. We got the link tree. There we
That's
go.
Linktree. That has everything. Even Conundrums is there. And shows I've done. My international movie database is there. All of my social media is there. So follow me on whatever you do, like Facebook or Instagram or Threads or whatever. Please follow me.
Follow them everywhere. Everywhere. We'll
But
be watching you.
what were we talking about?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that well, I was gonna let you go since your dog and your wife and everything. I wanted to know what you wanted to leave the audience with until next time.
Ooh.
And I also wanted to know what day this week you would want to do another taping in for Channel 12 TV network.
Well, I probably would wait until next week if that's okay.
Oh, sure. No, that's okay.
Yeah. But I was going to ask if anyone had any specific questions, type it in the chat and I'd be happy to answer it.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions for Jay, definitely now is the time to ask them.
Mm-hmm. Ask me whatever.
Ask away. Ask away. Ask away to Jay.
I know. I'll make up something.
I'll make up something.
I can lie with
He's gonna get on to the our Thunder Down Under, our cousins from Australia. They have a nice summer going on with pools and speedos or whatever else they're doing. I'm so jealous. So they're hopping in the pool.
You don't want to see me in a speedo.
I don't know as if Benno should be in one either, but he's doing it. So hey, more power to you. I'm joking, Benno, but that's funny. And then too, Cosmic Voice 33 also plays the flute and really connected. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go check out her music. That's very cool. I had a friend named Tom on MySpace. That's funny.
Yeah, connect with me and share your flute music or whatever you want to.
Yeah. And he's on Facebook too. I'm not sure if you're on Facebook. Is that one of and I guess Instagram, but I usually Facebook.
I have a Facebook page. And so yeah.
Blazer, that's just wrong.
Talking
about so yeah, that'd be awesome. He said share your flute music with him. He'd probably make his day, really. That's
I would love that. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So you hear that, Cosmic Voice 33? That's awesome. That's cool that you guys share that. Very cool. You'll have to bring it on when you but when you get that mechanical movement back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing right now. I can't play the guitar. I was getting pretty good at it. Then I had this stroke, so now I have
You'll get it. You'll get it.
At least I know what the chords are and where to put my fingers, so I'm that much ahead, But
Yes, of course you will. You get it. Don't you even worry about that. Don't you even
Yeah,
worry
I
about
figure
that.
by summer I'll be playing again. I've got like 9 guitars I need to learn how to play again.
No, oh wow. Here's a nice one. Jay, no questions at this time, only love and prayers for you, brother.
All right, Mad Pacimus. Cool, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that's in the audience that stayed with us tonight and put up with me slowly trying to get words out.
You did great. Don't you even. You did absolutely great. You have a lot of people that care about you, and especially in this community. It's very, I mean, everybody has been posting nice things throughout the whole thing. So
It's like I told you before we went live that if I was going to do this, Coley would be the one that I
I
would be the
appreciate that.
first to come out and do something with. I've been having,
You know what? That means a lot. You told me that, and I started tearing up behind, and I thought, man, that really means a lot to me, Jay. That really does mean a lot to me. Yeah,
I'm
you have no
glad.
idea.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've had a couple of people ask me, and I'm like, no,
Oh,
I'm gonna do it until I can do it with Coley first.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
that makes. I mean, thank you very much. That
well,
means a
you're the
lot.
bomb. You're the bomb. That's it.
Oh, so are you. So are you. And you're so down to earth and you're so like you know, I tell you I could chit chat with you forever. I mean, you're just
Yeah.
easy to talk to. You're
Well,
just a,
again,
great person.
you're easy to talk to, and so I felt like, oh yeah, I can do it with Coley, but that's the only
Oh.
one I'll do it.
Oh, that means a lot to me. That really does. Thank you for that.
I'm glad
Thank
you
you.
invited me.
Yeah, no, I of course, and as soon as I saw that, I'm like, Yes, we gotta get him on." That's and like I said too, think about and if even if you want me to, like, help, I could, like, do temp agent too, well, let's get you a couple shows produced and back under your belt and you know what I mean? Get you feeling back like you're in the game. I mean, that does so much for you right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm working on the set, getting it rearranged, and as soon as I have it ready, we'll do something, even if it's wrong.
Well, yeah, and you know what? You don't really need a whole heck of a lot behind you. I could do everything from the back end.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go from there. Jay, check out Cosmic Voice YouTube page. He plays beautifully. Ooh, I will. Cosmic Voice.
Yeah,
Uh,
33. Yeah, that's awesome. That's the one that's very cool. I'll have to go over and check it out too. So on final words before we see you again, because we could also hop on live before we do the channel 12 thing too. If you want to come back
yeah,
on and chit chat with
whenever, whenever you want me to come back on your show, just let me know.
well, yeah. Oh, well, if you said next week you'll be ready, we could just
Yeah.
do same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah, we can do it. And do this just like we
Perfect.
did tonight. Perfect.
Yeah, that'll
Let
work
me
for
know.
you. Well, that'll sound good. So then we'll be seeing Mr. J again very soon, and he can catch us up to date on all of his progress. Until then, and so Jay, what would you like to leave the audience with tonight? Whoops.
I will leave the audience with live long and prosper. Take care.
That's
Follow
awesome.
me. Follow me on Instagram. And
Follow him everywhere. Follow him everywhere. We
follow
want
me
eyes on Jay all the time. Make sure
follow.
he's doing what he needs to do. Get better.
Subscribe to my show. I need subscribers.
Yes, get over to the Jay Michael show and the conundrum where he's got there. So that's awesome. And we'll do that. We'll get you some fresh new eyeballs over there looking. So thanks again, Jay. And we'll
Yeah.
set that up. We'll just plan on next Wednesday.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. I know it meant the world to me and also to Jay. What an amazing person. He really is such an amazing person. And I'm just so glad and so thankful that he, he's here to talk about it today. So absolutely great. If anybody else, I'm not sure, I did not see, but head over to BMR's channel, Bigfoot Michigan. Rob has a show going on. Tell him we're late, but tell him I'll be there, and that I sent you over because I told him I would. So anyway, thank you for taking the journey into the unknown. I'm Coley, and tonight I was joined by Jay Michael from the Jay Michael Show, a legend, an absolute legend, and is doing well and getting better. So we're so glad that that's happening. So, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing more with him. So on that note, be good to one another, and I will be tomorrow night. Now that I think about it really quickly, it's going to be Pink Bella Aloha at 5 and Mr. Daryl Sims at 7. No nonsense. Oh my gosh, I'm blending words now. The Alien Hunter. So I look forward to those too. So with that being said, again, thank you for taking the journey into the unknown, and until next time, which will be very soon. Very soon.
SNX Radio invites you to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos with us as we dive into UFOs, cryptids, and everything otherworldly. As we navigate the night, we investigate the unknowns that spark our curiosity and challenge our understanding of reality.